Finn, how long have you been coming to InCycle anyway? Huh?
Hey everybody! Hi, welcome to Lunch Break with ATI. My name is Cindy Collins. I am one of the co-founders of Actors Theater of Indiana here in Carmel, Indiana. We are Actors Theater of Indiana is the resident professional theater company at the Center for the Performing Arts. All right, now that I have my jaw loosened up and I can speak properly, I am here today. We're on location. Pretty exciting. Not in the office. So I'm here with Cathy Miller, the owner and founder of InCycle, and that's where we are today. We are at InCycle. As you see, we are perched on the spinning bikes. And I've been coming to InCycle for, I don't know, a long time. Now I don't know. I don't even know.
Probably 8 years.
I was trying to think of it the other day,
Probably
right?
8.
Yeah, probably about 8 years. And anyway, so this is a really wonderful little boutique gym. That's what I like to think of it as. It's a boutique gym.
It is.
Spin room, yoga room, strength studio across the way. And so it's not like, this is what I like about it, and this is why I joined here real quick. Let me say this, and then I'm going to get to you because you're our guest. But I
have so much to say.
Well, never a day goes by. And so the reason I joined is because of that.
Yeah.
It's not those big gyms. I was done with that. You know what I mean? I was done with going into the big gyms. I'd gone to those my whole life, you know. And when I found this, I was like, this is it. I've been spinning for years, you know, and I'm like, look at this. Oh my God, it's so nice. It's small. Everybody you walk in, they know you. You know, everybody knows you here. The classes I come to are not. There are ones that are full. You know what I mean?
Right, and more so before COVID than they are now.
Exactly.
Yes.
But the ones I always came to were smaller. I like that.
Yes.
So see, that's the variety here, which is I love. And then you built that strength studio that came later.
Just right across from
across the past the fountain here, because we're at City Center, by the way. This is where InCycle is. We are at City Center, and it's just such a better feeling. It's a more personal feeling. You almost feel like, even though you're in a class, you're getting a private session. That's how I feel. That you're getting like a personal trainer session, even though it's a class.
And that's exactly how we wanted it to feel.
Right.
When my idea of what the studio was going to be is that it would be that personal. And people, when they walk in, I mean, it sounds a little cliche, but we know your name. It's cheers. It's the cheers.
Exactly.
Spinning studios.
I'm usually sitting down at the end of the counter. I never leave. Like,
we know what she drinks.
But it is true. That's exactly what it is. Hey, how are you? Blah, how's this? How's that? You know? Yeah. And people, of course, they like that because it makes that person feel good, and it makes that person feel important, which is important.
Exactly.
To make a person feel important, that they matter. And so that's also what it is. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be like, I'm this way, this is just me. You don't have to be like, it's not like, oh, I'm going in here, I'm going to talk to me. It's not that. You know what I mean? It's not like, because I come for my workout.
Right.
I'm serious.
That is absolutely
It's not
true.
that.
Everybody
not that.
is very focused on what they want to achieve here.
So
and we don't take away from that.
Exactly.
I think we just add to that.
Exactly.
And everybody's doing what they need to do to get their workout. There's not... I never feel like there's a competitive feel in here. If you are a competitive person, you're competing with yourself.
I am, but
you very much are.
Yeah, and that's with me.
Right.
You know, because I don't even know who get on the bike, you know. But okay, so let's go. Okay, so we'll get back to InCycle because that's where we are. But let's talk about you. So you're a native. You're a native. You are a native of Indiana.
I am. Yes.
Where were you? Where do you hail from?
I grew up in Center Grove and went to college at IU and then moved to San Francisco after college. Yeah, a little bit of adventurous spirit. And but no, I've been here most of my life. My husband and I lived in Manhattan for 2 years right after we were married. And I'm like a boomerang. I keep coming back. Every time I go somewhere, I end up back here. So I've been here for the majority of my life.
Yeah. Center Grove. Is that tiny? What is it? Is that what kind of?
It's south of here.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was very tiny when I grew up there. It's kind of sandwiched in between Greenwood and it's a little south of Greenwood.
Yeah.
But now a lot of you out there probably know Center Grove because they have amazing sports teams
And their arts.
and the arts.
Their competitive show choirs
Yes.
are off the charts.
Yeah.
I know this because my kid was in, our kid was in a competitive show choir.
Right.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah. It's grown significantly.
What's in the water? Like what is in the water here?
Well,
You know what I mean?
the thing is, you have to sign something so that you won't tell that when you leave. So I can't say.
Just the native, just the Indiana natives have to do that. So how did you? Okay. So how did you how when you were you always athletic? That's the question. Always athletic,
Always.
or did you be like, bing?
No. I can't remember a time when I wasn't active in, grade school gymnastics, high school, track, gymnastics, cheerleading.
I knew you were right.
Yeah,
I was
of
gonna say
course.
cheerleading.
Yeah, I learned how to project my voice.
Come on.
And then in college, I think like a lot of people, you kind of let some things fall by the wayside, and I did. And then really, right after I moved back from San Francisco, I got into yoga, I got into running, and I got into outdoor biking. Probably 20 years ago, did lots of back roads trips all around the United States. But I really got into doing spinning.
Right.
Because running was beginning to bother my knees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is easy. This is not to me. It's you can make it as hard or as light as you want.
You absolutely can. I mean, there are resistance knobs on here for those of you that have never done this.
Yeah.
And you simulate an outdoor ride by adding resistance or taking resistance off. So we can simulate a mountain ride, a hill ride, and then we set it to music to make it fun.
Yeah.
Because you are sitting in a room going nowhere, so you have to use your imagination. I love to tell stories when I teach.
Oh yeah, your classes are extremely interesting. And the great thing about you as an instructor is you work the class really hard, but you don't realize you're like, oh my God, we just worked our butts off, and you don't even. It's like it's funny. You don't even realize it. You're like,
It's
really hard. That was a very, very hard class, right?
Right.
Very difficult class. Did a mountain and did this and did that and everything, So you make it very not easy, but you make it so much fun,
more accessible, I think, for people.
I think you just. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I just know how I feel.
Well,
when I come out of a class of yours,
it's for me. I get that same endorphin rush that I used to get when I ran, and that's like a drug for your body. I mean, you can't buy it unless you
got to do it yourself.
Buy a package here and stay with us.
That's right.
But I mean, it truly is, and what that releases in your body, those feelings of those euphoric type of feelings, you get in here because you get your heart rate up But like I said, we do it so it's fun because we set it to great music. And you may hear a song that you don't like, but the next one's going to be one that you love.
Right, because the teacher has their set list and they're doing what they want. Sometimes the teachers, though, Julie played one of my favorite songs yesterday.
Which
was one of the Salisbury Hill, Peter Gabriel.
Yes.
And it was the last song of the class. And I was like, oh, she's like,
I know.
God, I picked this for you, So I mean, that's cool.
And I've got a few that I know if I need to like get people going, like REO Speedwagon, Roll with the Changes, baby. If you're not going hard with Roll with the Changes, then you might want to consider doing something else.
So how did you
good.
Listen? But how did you? Because this is you have another just yoga down in Broadway. Is that right?
It's actually Karen Fox owns the yoga studio, so we are two businesses under one roof, and I don't own the yoga studio, but Karen and I have known each other for many, many years.
What happened? How did this? I mean,
I used to teach yoga.
How did this come about?
Yeah, I used to teach yoga for Karen in Broad Ripple while I was a runner, and decided I needed to find something as an alternative to running because I was noticing that my knees were kind of bothering me, and I thought I don't want to keep doing something that's exacerbating what was a minor problem that would eventually turn into a big problem.
Yeah.
So I discovered spinning, which, like I said, gives you that same endorphin rush, great cardio. Anyway,
Excellent.
I decided that I wanted to have my own studio, and I wanted to have a studio like this with all these windows because all the studios that I'd been going to were dark.
Yep.
And I don't know about some of you out there, you might love to spin in a dark room, and there are plenty of options for that. I love light. And if I'm riding my bike, I'm usually outside. So why not try to set up
But you got
a stage?
The corner is the perfect.
Yeah. We have windows on 2 full sides here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just started looking for a place, and luckily I found City Center. It was in its infancy. 10 plus years ago when we were here. Now we are a real city center.
Did you get this because you know obviously Pedcor owns City Center, and Bruce Cordingley and his wife Denise Cordingley. Denise comes here all the time.
Yeah.
Did you know Denise before?
Yes, they're very good friends of ours. Yes, they were very good friends of ours. I looked at some other spaces, but I told Denise and Bruce what I was doing, and he originally showed me a space downstairs. It was a little more within our budget, and
no street level,
but it was dark.
Yeah,
and I said, no, we can't do that. And he brought me up here, and I just thought, no, this is it. So I talked to Karen because I could have had half this space or all this space. Told Karen about it, and I said, what would you think about coming with me? And we could share a receptionist, a reception area, and we could have some crossover classes, which we do. We have a Ride Restore, which is 30-minute cycle, 30 minutes yoga.
There's such a variety here, which also is so great, because now that the strength studio, before that strength studio was built, we would do class and then we do the strength in the yoga room.
We would, or go outside.
Yeah. Which was fantastic. I loved it.
I did too.
I loved being outside and working out. And the instructor would, hang the TRX from the, hook up the TRX
from
straps.
We
do our circuits, I loved it. And that strength studio is lovely.
It really is. We've only had it for 3 years, but we have TRX bays, 16 straps.
Yeah.
We have weights, we have kettlebells, we have bar classes, we have Pilates, strength and stretch.
There's a great bar fusion class that I take. And if you are a dancer or you have ever danced, or even if you're not a dancer, Candace Briggs gives this class, and me being a dancer, I like it because
Candace was a dancer.
Candace was a dancer.
That's her background.
And it's bar work, ballet bar work, but it's also intertwined with nice weight,
But that's the fact that we have all this
here.
It's so comprehensive.
It's right here in Carmel. It's right here at City Center. You're in the heart of everything, right? You're in the heart.
You're in City Center.
You're in City Center. Right. And the thing is, I think that some people, sometimes they're like, I want to start working out, right? I want to start getting back in shape, or I want to get in shape, or I want to get back, or I want to do this, whatever it is, okay? This place is, in my opinion, is perfect for that, because you're not going into the big LA Fitness, or, like I said, and it's not people who are just, it's not overwhelming, right?
Yes.
You don't feel intimidated. You're not just one of the sheep
Right.
in there.
You're really not just a number. You don't just scan a card when you come in. The receptionist sees your name, knows your name after the first time that you've been here. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, a lot of people, and again, especially after COVID, people that got out of shape, and I know I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I need to lose a few pounds before I can come back.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Come back or go and come back. And everybody has a different way. Here's the thing. People think they have to do one thing to work out. Oh God, I have to. Everybody's no. Your workout is for you.
It is, and we have we have from probably 15 years old to, we had a woman in here that was 84 years old. She was here visiting her son, and her name was Bucky, but that wasn't her real name. She gave herself that name back in the day. Think about this. She's 84 now. She gave herself that name back in the day because she was out of college and she was not getting any interviews because her name was Marjorie and she was a woman. So she changed her name to Bucky and started getting interviews, and they were always so shocked when she walked in. But you can imagine what kind of woman she was. She came in, she got on this bike, and she killed it. I was like, Bucky, you are amazing.
You.
Yeah.
You'd be like Walker. Fine.
No, Walker. That's why I'm working out.
To the bike.
There's no
Walker to the bike.
Yeah. But it is so true, because we have this obesity problem in the United States because people just put working out on the bottom of their list.
Right.
And it should be at the very top of our list, because
anything, walking, anything you want to do.
Anything. It doesn't have to be here.
Anything.
I'm just saying.
Take a walk.
Yeah.
Start walking. Anything to get the heart rate going is healthy.
Right.
I've always been, because I've always been that way too, anything that you should do.
It's the magic bullet. It really is. I mean, and if you ever listen to any functional medicine podcast, they all agree. I mean, you've got to work out. But choose what you like, and we've got a lot of variety here.
And it changes you in your life too. Mine has, you know what I mean?
Oh.
It changes.
It does.
Changes what you do.
Yeah.
But so wait, I have to talk about your husband because
Steve Miller. You've heard of his band.
name is Steve Miller. So I adore him. So every time Cathy talks about her husband, she says his full name. Well, me and Steve Miller went to dinner the other night. Well, yep, Steve Miller. You always say the full name.
I know, and I don't know why.
Because it's Steve Miller, I get it, because that's my generation, the Steve Miller band, right? So me, I think it's freaking hilarious that you say his whole name, and I think you do. I think you do that because, it's funny.
That is.
And if people are like, Steve Miller, but great guy, awesome guy, and you live in your house is pretty incredible. Oh my God! And we had our daughter.
We've had some fun parties there.
It's really, she's like the hostess of all time, and you're a really good cook.
I do
Cathy
love to
cooks
cook.
too.
I love to
really good cook. You almost got on a competition show.
I was
on
almost
TV.
on the Food Network's Next Chef. Yeah.
See, and I think you're perfect because you're so personable. You speak so well. You're used to speaking in front of people, and I've never had a bad meal in your house.
It's just something I love to do. And I did, it was so fun trying out. I mean, it was like, and I got pretty far, and it was such a great experience. I actually watched my DVD not too long ago. I was sitting in a DVD, so it was a little bit ago when I tried
VHS.
out. Next Food Network star,
VHS
that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but I mean, you're absolutely just perfect for that kind of stuff. But yeah, you're very, Cathy's very generous. You're generous in your business. You're generous in your personal life. So is your husband. He's just wonderful. And so you feel that when you're here. You feel that generosity from you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like
you're honest. You're not like just, hi, how are you? Because you're coming to my business. You're like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? you know? And then you always have a million stories, you know, when we're riding, which makes the time go so fast. It makes it, you know, makes it so for me, I like it. You know, I don't want anyone else talking, but just you telling the story is okay.
Well, and in class, you know, if people start talking during class, you know I'm going to start turning that music up so loud.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to also give you a drill that makes you breathless.
I mean, I'm so bad I can't stand it. I'm like, stop talking. Don't talk.
We have our tricks of the trade for sure.
Yeah. All right, we are totally over time, but that's okay because you're worth it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And again, Cathy Miller. This is InCycle at City Center.
Yeah,
come on in, stop by. You might see me here, but you'll always see Cathy here, or Gina is at the desk, and she's a gem. And Heather is at the front desk, and everybody's here to help. And everybody's here to make you feel comfortable and to help you feel comfortable and feel healthy.
And to get you either back into your workout, working out for the first time, or you're already into it and you're just looking for something different. I mean, honestly, it's not because it's my business. This is a great place.
It is. And
it really is.
And City Center is a great place. Support local. This is not a chain.
Yeah, it's not a chain, not a franchise.
There are not chains here. Support local. Right here, and you know, same with Main Street. Support local.
Right.
A lot of the little places, you know, support your local merchants.
All the businesses up here are locally owned businesses.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they might have say there's one more place down in Indianapolis, maybe, right?
Maybe
one of
the
Java
owners live here.
houses like that. But they live here. They started it here,
right?
And it's grassroots.
Yes.
It's really, really important. And I grew up that way in my town. I grew up with supporting local. That's what you should do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just strongly suggesting.
Exactly.
That's what I do. I strongly suggest.
Subliminal messages have been planted in this podcast. You don't see them or hear them, but they are happening right now.
Oh my God.
So we'll see you this weekend.
Yes! Huzzah! All right, thank you, Cathy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
I'm Cindy Collins, one of the co-founders of Actors Theater of Indiana, the professional resident theater company, the Center for Performing Arts in Carmel. Thank you for joining us for Lunch Break with ATI.